Welcome back one and all to the Legend of Heroes Trails in the Sky. Last time, we fought some monsters and watched Olivier and Anton get shit-faced drunk. It's pretty amusing. Just the plap is still funny to me. So I've done all the quests. I'm going to assume I go to the airfield now. Yeah. Hey Estelle, heading out already? You just came home. Why can't you just can't stay around? You sure you can't stay around a little bit? Sorry. There's kind of a lot going on. Once our current job's done, I'll totally intend to come back and take a load off for a while. You really should. We'll be waiting. Anyway, your tickets have already been paid for. Ready to check in? Oh no, let's fly. I've done all the quests. Guess I'm heading out to Bose. I see. Now we have the gospel influencing people's minds, using the fog's particular matter as a medium to exert mental control over a large area. Well, that settles one question. Excuse me, Professor. Cassius, you old dog. Good timing. Escaped Lestian, did you? Yes, I finally managed to finish a bit of work. I thought I would stop by and see how you're holding. What's this? A report from your granddaughter? Yes. Just arrived, express from Roland. Thanks to Tita's report, I'm quite certain of my theory now. About the gospel. Yes, though it's ultimately still a hypothesis at this point. I've gone over it again and again, both on paper with the cap and with the capo through, so I'm responsible. Excuse me. I'm reasonably sure of this. Shall we go over it? Absolutely. Alright then. Yeah, I thought he had a gospel. Oh, he also has agate sword. That might be agate sword. That's a sword on the table anyway. So what's been causing the orbital shutdown phenomenon? Tell me, what do you think of it? What do you think it is, based on what you've seen and heard? It's an effect that occurs to any orbital devices located near an active gospel, chaining from one device to another. And it renders the devices inert while the gospel is active. That's how it seems to me, at least. Half right, half wrong. What you're describing is closer to an orbital art, an antiseptarian, an antisept. That shorts out internal court circuits of an orbit to temporarily suspend its functionality. The phenomenon generated by a gospel, however, is fundamentally different. It steals all orbital energy formed in an orbit down to the very last joule. So it's more of an orbital absorption phenomenon then. Yes, to make a comparison to a combustion engine, it's like siphoning out the petrol. Wait. Unless I badly misunderstand physics, that means gospels should absorb and store all that power. Good eye, lad. You've noticed a very important fact. I've measured a gospel after it absorbs energy, but the gospel doesn't actually hold any of it. Not a single EP worth. It is possible the energy is being vented out to the wider environment? Not at all. The energy disappears completely, utterly, and quite impossibly thanks to thermodynamics. Furthermore, these new gospels Estelle's group has been encountering, every time they've encountered, the cause is unbelievable phenomena that even our best orbital engineering can't explain. If I'm playing Persona 5, Tar, it's unclear how they're causing such effects, but I can say one thing with confidence, and that is, they're too small. I can say with absolute certainty that any device enabling such effects could not fit into the palm of one's hand. Even if the society somehow possesses technology centuries ahead of our own, nothing that small could contain that potential energy. I think I'm starting to see where this is going. You're saying the gospels act Must be terminals then. Access points of some sort. Exactly. The only function the gospel unit itself has is the ability to manifest an abnormal warp in the local orbital field. That warp then resonates with any local orbital devices, expand and draw energy from the devices. The energy then disappears through the warp. Well, no, it does not disappear. It's sent somewhere. And whatever is located elsewhere is capable of causing an impossible effects we've seen. You know, I hope I'm misunderstanding this. I'm afraid you get a passing grade here, old friend. The Society can use gospels to draw out and spread the power of whatever this thing is. Spreading the influence of a mysterious force. No wonder the Society named them Gospel. In that case, the nature of this thing bothers me. As you said, even if it's an orbment out of purest fiction, or as far as that goes, I'm afraid I have no real clue. I've thought of a number of possibilities, but that would be pure speculation. Now, Cassius, I will ask you the same question I asked you 10 years ago. We're in quite a pickle. What do you need me to do? The exact same words as when I asked you to develop the patrol airship. Very well. The key, I think, must lie in this warp the gospel creates. Russell, can you develop some kind of plan or method of stopping the resonance? I thought you'd ask. I'm just about done with my current invention. I'll get to work as soon as I'm done with that. Olivier. Ah, Estelle, at last we return to Bose, the land laden with memories of our first meeting. It makes my heart swell to return to such a place of sweet nostalgia. Shocking as it may be, I kinda have to agree on the heart-swelling memories a bit. Although, as I remember, you were kind of rude back then. You said I wasn't attractive and made fun of me like a schoolboy. You misunderstand me, my fair Rose. I would only display such cute, bashful behavior in order to hide true feelings of love. Yeah, I'll bet that's it exactly. You sure didn't waste any time putting the moves on Shara, as I remember. Or Joshua. Putting that aside. As you stand now, your beauty is incomparable to what it was then. Yours is supple, healthy beauty with a maiden's gentle virtue. Indeed, you have grown, Estelle. Thank you. Though, when you put it that way, it's kind of embarrassing. Please don't say it like that again. There is no shame to beheading virtue, Estelle. Still, you have only just begun to climb the ladder of adulthood. Should you wish to ascend even higher, I would be more than happy to assist you. No, thank you. If I was ever in a position to ask anyone about that sort of thing, I'd be a million times better off asking Shara. Ah, a pity, the things I could teach. Though Shara would be able to do one too. Ah. I remind you, I have a very large stick. Oh, Olivier. You're a pervert. Hey, Squirt. Oh, hi, Estelle. Still walking around? Sort of, yeah. Oh, Tita, this is your first time in Bose, isn't it? Uh-huh. I've heard there's a really big store in Bose. I kind of want to see it. The Bose Market. Think of it like the department store in Gransel, but even bigger. It's actually a bunch of different stores all in one space. It's really busy. It sounds amazing. I hope we arrive in Bose soon. I love this child. Oh, Estelle, have you been to Ravenue Village? Yep, I stopped there once on a job. That's Agate's hometown. Uh-huh. He has a little sister named Mishka living there. I have a bad feeling about that. Agate goes back pretty often. I think at least once a year to say hello to her. Oh, right. Agate's little sister. Must be hard for the poor girl having such an antisocial lump for a brother. Estelle, that's not nice. I love this child. Agate can be, blunt, but he's also really nice. Yeah. He's just kind of clumsy and easily embarrassed, to be honest. You know, I bet Mishka's a really good person. Whenever Agate talks about her, his eyes turn so gentle. What's wrong? It's nothing. My heart felt kind of weird for a bit. I wonder why. Somebody's a bit jealous of Mishka, I bet. I'm willing to bet that she's dead. That's my assumption. I'm willing to bet that Agate's little sister is passed. And if that's the case, I'm gonna fucking cry. Ah, Estelle, good work this time. You've really grown as a bracer. I'm still kind of a newbie, I think. Like, I'm not even remotely as good with the staff as Dad. But I don't think you could ever worry about Master Cassius much. An S-rank bracer is a master of their profession to a degree that they attain the unity of purpose all martial artists seek, after all. To be honest, I don't think I could attain such enlightenment, even if I spent my whole life trying. I see. I gotta admit, it's kind of hard for me to understand how incredible my dad is, but actually, Zen, you mentioned the whole unity of purpose idea to Chloe back at the castle. What exactly does that mean? Yeah, I did. It's kind of tough to explain, to be honest. Well, here goes. Cassius was once such a transcendent master of the sword, he was given the title of Divine Blade. Today, though, he can wield a staff just as easily as the sword he spent his life training with. Why do you think that is? He practiced really hard. That's part of it, sure. But more than that, it is because he could instantly understand and relate to the nature of staff combat to his previous experience. Something beyond that we call skill, above practicing forms and reflexes, above muscle memory. Think of it as a mental state where one can grasp the true nature of all things and control them at will. That whole concept is what we refer to as the unity of purpose. The true nature of all things, huh? His plan was to push back the Imperial Army during your war was the same, I bet. He understood the nature of war, of combat, so intricately, so instinctively, that he was able to construct the plan he did. There would be no more fearsome as a foe. I get it, I think. But that means even my supposedly enlightened dad was beaten in some days by the society. Some ways. During the coup, he was lured out of the country. Yeah, he almost certainly possessed someone equal to Master Cassius. It's hard to know if it's whoever Louve is or this professor. Could it be that guy we know as Lawrence? He is pretty powerful. I don't know. He is incredibly skilled, sure, but I doubt he would be a match for Cassius. Besides, his chi, his soul, they do not have the unity of purpose, not in the way I have spoken of. He is a blade, sharpened by one specific way, by the coldest frost, tempered to perfection, untouched by anyone. That is the sense I got of him in the arena. Yeah, I get what you mean. He hasn't shown himself, but I figure he's got to be up to something. He's got to be up to something. He did seem to have some kind of fixation on Joshua. It wouldn't surprise me if they know each other from Joshua's days in the society. Between him, me, and Sherazard, we've all got some strange ties in our past to this group. I wonder if this is the guidance of she who dwells above. I wonder what he means by that, other than his beef with Walter. Anyway, Zen's a bit relevant right now, because he's from Calvard, and a trailer recently dropped for The Legend of Heroes Trails Through Daybreak. We're getting the first part of the Calvard chapter releasing summer of next year, and I'm looking forward to that. Any more to say? No. Hey, tough guy. Something wrong, Agate? It's nothing. Still wandering the ship? Basically. Oh, about earlier. What do you mean? You know, when we were all put to sleep in the Mistwald, did you have some kind of dream? I see, I'm sorry. You don't want to talk about it. It's alright. Yeah, I saw a dream. It was nostalgic as hell, I'll say that much. You too, huh? So, you know, Estelle, you've got to work on your poker face and hiding. You want to know stuff? Ain't good to be that easy to read. Anyway, it was just some silly memories of back when I was a kid. Back home. Sorry about the eagerness. But yeah, I remember. You're from Ravenou, right? In the Bose region. This will be your first time back home in a while, then. It's been a while, yeah. I did stop by the old place after the Queen's birthday celebration a while back, though. Wait a second. Why are you assuming I'm going back home? Don't be embarrassed, you big teddy bear. You've got a little sister back in Ravenou. You mentioned her once. You must be the biggest softy when it comes to her. Hey. Oh yeah. Where the heck is in Ravenou is your house anyway? I don't remember meeting any girl who stood out as Agate's little sister when we were there investigating the bandits. There was a girl with Louis, but no, too young. I figure your little sister's gotta have your hair. I'll introduce you to Mishka soon, assuming we have a reason to visit. Please do. And in that case, we'll have to bring Tita along too. Why would we do that? Tita's kind of attached to you, in case you haven't noticed. She'd be pretty let down if you didn't introduce her to your sister. I get it. You don't want Mishka and Tita to meet. What? Now I get it. They might get together and get in lots of trouble like Tita and Ren did. Or they might get jealous of each other. Being an older brother must be hard work. That's what you meant. Well, don't worry. I'll clean up any mess that happens. I've gotten pretty good at Tita herding. So go ahead and introduce those two. Crazy kids, and I'll make sure nothing blows up. Thanks. I'm counting on you for that. Yeah, he's definitely hiding something, and something heartbreaking, I'm sure, because that's what this game does! It breaks your heart. Olivier's not in the... Chloe's probably up on... He's either on... Probably out on the flight deck. There's Shara. I don't see Chloe anywhere. Maybe I missed her on the upper level. Hey, Estelle. Hi, Shara. So this is where you went. Oh, wait. Did you want to be alone? Oh, this is unlike you, Estelle. Why are you so reserved? You want to ask about Lucy, right? Yeah. She says we met a long time ago, but I don't really remember her. I was wondering what she's like, if you would jog my memory. Let's see, where to begin? We have to begin with her stage name, I suppose. Lusolia, the Bewitching Belle. Luciola. She could show her audience illusions by dancing while using bells and fans, thus bewitching term, you see. Hers was the centerpiece performance of our little circus troupe, the one that really brought the audience in. Illusions. Does she have an orbit to make them? No, she used something she always called illusion magic, which is apparently some kind of very old non-orbal art. Luciola was from a family with a tradition of working that art. People who fall in with a traveling circus like ours tend to be one of two kinds. People who had cause to abandon their previous home and families, or people who never had such things to begin with. Luciola was one of the former, and I was one of the latter. I was about 7 years old when Mr. Harvey and his band took me in. Back then, I was little more than a street urchin living in the slums of a city. Pickpocketing, petty theft, there was little I wouldn't do to survive. The ones who reached out my hand to me were the troop's leader, Mr. Harvey, and Luciola. They taught me, the little girl who couldn't trust anyone, the warmth of a family. And they taught me all sorts of skills that would let me earn a place for myself in the troupe. Dancing, beast handling, tarot reading. Luciola taught me all of it. But then, 8 years ago, Mr. Harvey died in an accident. While his leadership, we all just drifted apart and went our own ways. I'd been planning on staying with Lucy, but soon after Mr. Harvey died, she simply told me there was something I must do, and vanished. Hopeless and lost for the first time in years, I turned to the one remaining man in the world whom I still trusted. As you might suspect, that was Cassius, who'd already begun working as a bracer. You know the rest, I imagine. So that's what happened. I had no idea you'd gone through something like that. The reason I aimed to become a bracer at first was to improve myself. I wanted to be able to live and prosper on my own, show Lusolia just how far I'd come once she returned. But, well, it has been 8 years. Perhaps that was some time to re-examine my reasons. Shara, don't make that face. Like Zen said, I don't intend to simply fight her without saying a word. I want to hear Lucy's story from her before doing anything. I have to know what possible reason could have made her associate with the society. Yeah, that sounds good. I've got your back, Shara. I'll do anything to help. I can always count on you. Still, you've grown quite a bit, haven't you, Estelle? What? That's kind of sudden. I always thought of you as being exactly what I'd expect of Cassius's daughter. I don't think that's quite right or fair anymore. What do you mean? Your strength isn't quite the same as Cassius. Cassius has a heart as deep as the ocean and strength like the relentless wave. But you, Estelle, your strength is like the sun. You shine and make others shine just by being near them. My Estelle, you shine like the sun. I think that's why people are attracted to you so easily. It's what I like the most about you, and I know Joshua felt the same way. I don't think you need to feel any more pressure to live up to Cassius, is my point. Yeah. You really are my big sister, Shara. You always know how to encourage me. Thank you. You're very welcome. Not saying you should return the favor, mind you, but you should really drink with me sometime. Now that you're a full bracer, you'd better learn to handle your liquor. How is booze related to... You know what? Never mind. I don't want to know. Where's Chloe? I've still got to chat with her. Did I just miss her in this view? Bay? No, she's not in here. Did I miss her on the top level? Yeah, I literally just walked right past her. Estelle, out for a walk again? More or less. More importantly, I'm sorry. I didn't really open up about Joshua until the very end. Don't worry. Still, the girl with Joshua is the one of the Sky Bandits, isn't she? Yeah, she's that cheeky, insulting little punk by the name of Josette Capua. She's also the single biggest tomboy I've ever laid eyes on, and people call me a tomboy. Pfft. Yes, the bug-catching, fisherman, fishing-loving, mud-playing girl here is definitely not a tomboy. I see. She does, seem a bit charming from the photograph. She can be pretty cute if she keeps her mouth shut. And she did manage to play perfect upper crust girl when we first met her, too. I'm sorry. I see. That is impressively dexterous, if I may say so. Well, it does make sense since she's apparently former Erebonian nobility. Putting on a face like that is her specialty, I think. Peel away the layers, though, and like I said, at the core, she's a cheeky, classless punk. Plunk? Plunk. She's a plunk. From what I heard, I can't really find cause to hate her. I suspect that if we found a chance to talk, we might have a bit of common ground. Yeah, I can't see that happening. We'd slide off each other like oil and water. Our personalities wouldn't fit together. Trust me. You know, you two are more alike than you want to lead on, Estelle. You're more alike than you want to admit. Maybe. Oh, Chloe, you were put to sleep with us back there. Did you have some kind of dream? I did. It was during the 100 Days War. During the war? Oh, I see. That's when you were with Matron Teresa. Yes, I was in the care of Teresa during the fighting. We lived together for some time. And... what's wrong? It was just... even though it was set 10 years ago, Clem and Jill both showed up. If I had stayed in the dream long enough, perhaps even you and Joshua might have appeared. Well, that's a dream for you. Coherence not guaranteed. Very. Still, in hindsight, it was a little frightening. In the dream, I was happy. Very, very happy. I wanted everything to stay that way from the bottom of my heart. But that isn't right, is it? Simply wishing to escape reality in that way. I know what you mean. It's always nice to have a happy dream, sure. But, yeah, if you asked me if I wanted to see that little dream again, I'd be hesitant. Yes. The dangers of the gospel. I feel like we've gotten a real hint of them. That's disturbing. Thank you for flying with us today. We will be arriving in Bose shortly. Yeah, take your seat. Been a lot of dialogue on this one. I'll probably do a monster hunting quest just to have a bit of variety in gameplay. Hello everyone, good to see you're here from Roland. The Silver Streak, the Heavy Blade, the Immovable, and our Rising Star Rookie all together. Brings a tear to my eye, it does. Rising Star Rookie. You, of course. You're our little walking miracle who's managed to stop the society in 4 different regions. It's been busy. That's been the gossip anyway. You've got to be kidding me. Saying I stopped anything is overstating it more than a little. They just ran off once their experiment was done. You did well to handle yourself well in Roland in any case, Estelle. Don't sell yourself short. I think you can be a little proud. Yeah, but that was just a bunch of coincidences coming together and... No need to get embarrassed. You just need to live up to your reputation is all. Thanks, Sin. You make it sound like a cakewalk. Anyway, all that aside, what's the situation? There's been no sign of the society. No surprise, I suppose, since the Sky Bandits were caught, the army's been patrolling the region pretty heavily. One thing sticks out, though. There have been a few too many dangerous monsters prowling around these days. Really. You know, I've noticed that last time I was here. Bose seems to usually have more wanted monsters than other regions. Most of it comes down to the Bose region being huge and filled with rough terrain. Makes it common to see monsters come down from the less inhabited areas. Thing is, though, we've had 10 cases just since the beginning. That is a lot. I'm guessing that's kept Sting... What? I'm guessing that's kept Sting and the rest of the crew busy. Yes, and Kurt's team stopped by the other day to slay several of them. Be in your debt if you could take care of a few of them for us. That strikes me as a good cause for action. It's possible the society is involved with this. Yeah, and they could hurt someone if we just leave them alone. Huh? Agate, what's wrong? Yeah, what's up? You're really quiet. It's nothing. Anyway, let's get out there and bring back some monster heads. Pardon me? Maybelle! Or, excuse me, Maybelle and Lila. Good day. Estelle, it's good to see you again. I'm glad to see you as well. I can't really do a good voice for Lila. I can kind of do a feminine, posh voice. Wow, it's seriously been forever. I think the last we met at the Queen's birthday celebrations, right? Yes, it has been... Yes, it feels as though it's been ages, though.
I've been hearing all through your exploits in the news, though, Estelle. That goes for everyone else as well. I'm glad to see you're all safe. Especially you, Chloe. Are you on a school break already?
Yeah, I ended up taking a little time off early. It's good to see you again, Maybelle. You two seem pretty familiar. Well, Maybelle used to be a student at the academy. We met before she graduated.
And I'm certainly glad we met too.
I see. And Agate Krosner. It has been some time, sir. I suppose so. Hang on, Agate. Mayor Maybelle, you know each other?
Oh my, yes. I've relied on Mr. Krosner a number of times for various jobs only he could do.
And 10 years ago, Mayor...
I forgot myself, pardon me.
Regardless, I simply wish to stop by today to welcome you back. From the sound of things, you're pursuing an international criminal syndicate which threatens the safety of our entire country. An international criminal syndicate. Sometimes they feel more like a society of supervillains, but that's one way to think of them, yes? So far as the city of Bose is concerned, the threat of these criminals pose is not someone else's problem, it's everyone's. If I could do anything to assist you in your investigation, anything at all, you only need to ask. Thanks. If we need your help, we'll definitely ask. Hey. Heh. We'll be expecting a lot from you, Mayor.
Excellent. Now I'm afraid I must excuse myself here. Anything else should come up, please come visit me at my residence.
Pardon us? Come on, Agate. Couldn't you have been a little more civil? It's who I am. We ain't running a butler service here. Give me a break. Agate can be kind of arrogant to people sometimes. He's usually polite towards clients, though. You were kind of short with the mayor, Agate. You're imagining things. More to the point, I remember talking about bringing back some monster heads. Give me the breakdown. There's a Blade Fang stalking around Crone Pass. We've got a ghost in the Nebel Valley. And an Octobone is raising hell at Ambril Tower. I want to go through the tower anyway. Okay, let me get those written down. Alright, monsters slaying, the perfect task for my greatsword. I'll be taking charge this time around. Huh? Well, you are a Bose native, my good heavy blade. You're probably best suited for all of us. I have no objections. Decided then. Go ahead and pick a team, Estelle. Like I said, I've got to have my healer.
Great.
And we're taking the Munchkin. Okay, so if we're going all over the region to find these wanted monsters, why don't we stop at Ravenue Village? Yeah! Why are you looking at me like you're expecting something? I do want to see your hometown, Agate. Do you not want to? Not right now, no. We need to settle our current jobs first, including hunting these monsters. Aww. You unfeeling clod. Come on, Tita's here. Would it literally make her head catch fire to be nice for once? The hell do you even... Estelle, it's okay, really. It's only normal we should put work first. Agate, I'm sorry for prodding you. Nah. And, you know, I'll definitely take you once things have settled down a bit. Just be a good girl for now, short stuff. Okay. I'm glad that there actually was unique dialogue with Tita for that. Oh yeah, those are the ones we've got. Imperial request at the Imperial Embassy. He's here at the hotel. Antros. Royal Academy uniform. Okay. You know, I think I've got most of that. All that's written down. For now, I'm gonna go slay a monster. Crone Pass. We're gonna go to the Crone Pass. Problem is, I don't really remember the direction. A bar. Was there an arms dealer in here? I want to get some new weapons. Technically, but that's a better weapon than what I have. But that brings down movement and speed. I don't want to use that. Let's check the southern block, and then that's the Orbital Factory. There's the arms dealer. I love her sprite. I love her portrait there. That's adorable. I never really paid much attention to that, but that looks adorable. I love that. I love them bright eyes and that wide smile. Now let's pick a highway. And fight a monster. Not that one. Although I wouldn't mind going to the Valley of Lakeshore to do some fishing later. So I guess we're going west. Yeah, toward the Crone Trail. Or Crone Pass, same difference.
Care for a rematch?
Yeah, these little jelly egg things drop the gummy eyeballs. I mean, if nothing else, this is a good experience for Tita, who's a bit behind in levels. Yeah, he doesn't want to go to Revenue. He doesn't want to go to his hometown right now, so we're going to hold off on that. Why not try some fishing? Okay.
Care for a rematch?
Got another gummy eyeball and an earthworm, so there's more fishing I can do there at the river. Gummy eyeball. I don't know who got the level there. Oh, for fuck's sake. That was Chloe that got a level that time. I saw her glow up. Ooh, treasure. EP charge. It's empty, but if you planted a seed and kept coming back to water it, you might be able to grow a potato or something. Yeah, I need to go through the Crone Trail to the Crone Pass. Somewhere deep down in the last pulsing remnants of your soul, you know you're a monster. I'm not the monster here, you are. You and the rest of your fairy tale things. Now tell me where they are. No, I don't know why fucking Shrek came to mind of all things, but it did. Not the gumdrop buttons!
Well, that takes care of that.
No item, but Estelle did get a level. I can't rotate here. I don't really like that. Hello, big guy. I'm gonna ignore you. Oh, this is the thing I've been looking for. Well, let's kill it. And the Chrome Pass is further down. Let's take a look over there. That looks like a Yan Mega. Can't really only think that monster looks. These monsters look like the scorpion, dragonfly things. Look a bit like a Yan Mega. I guess we're fighting one. Why not? Good work, Munchkin. Earth Septium. Ah! That's probably the fucking Xseed localizing writer internal dialogue over having to write all these fucking chest messages. I wonder if that one's just one that slipped through. There's nothing in the chest, but sometimes it's good to pretend. Oh, this is literally just the checkpoint. I'm disappointed. But I do remember now, the Crone Pass checkpoint is where we fought with Agate back in the first game, where he actually complimented our skill. Ah! I don't know why that's funny to me, but it is. Like, just that one chest message is just genuinely funny to me. There's no reason for it to be funny. It's not particularly that funny. It's not clever. It's just... Ah!
All right, we rule.
Reviving Balm. Oh sure, just take it. My name's Eric, by the way. I bet you didn't... I bet asking my name never even crossed your mind. Did it? Sorry, Eric. You know, I wonder if Eric, or Eric, whatever it fucking said, I wonder if that's not a reference to one of the localizers. Very well might be.
Piece of cake.
It probably is. I don't even know why I'm still showing this. I can literally just end the episode. I guess I'll do that after this. Here. Sorry, Chloe.
Well, that takes care of that.
And nobody got too hurt. So it all worked out in the end. I literally said I was going to end the episode and I just keep going.
We're good to go.
Yeah, I'm TheDarkSeraph signing off.